Good afternoon, Rochester. It's great to see such a big crowd turn out for our Governor, David Paterson. We are at the most challenging time in New York State's history that I can remember. You all know how hard it is just to manage your own household and your own household budget. And Governor Paterson has to manage $130-some-odd billion budget. And not all the pennies are there. Governor Paterson's been looking under the seat cushions, and he's been going in the car to get the money out of the change purse to try to keep the state going. And that's part of making those difficult choices. But you know, Governor Paterson has not forgotten about the Rochester community. In the budget he sent to the legislature this year, he knew that the city of Rochester couldn't take a hit on its municipal aid, and so he is protecting the city of Rochester and asking our brothers and sisters with the big shoulders in New York City to make a sacrifice so that we can continue to get municipal aid here in Rochester. And despite all those tough times that you and I know we're going through and that the state's going through, Governor Paterson has lived up to his commitment to the Rochester community. That $55 million for the Midtown Plaza project, which is vital to the revitalization of the city of Rochester. And the governor has never wavered in that money. And when I called the governor and said, "Now, Governor, you've got to make sure that my local people are working on that job," the governor was right there to make sure that we didn't have out-of-state workers coming in to work on that job, but that we had New Yorkers working on it. And you know, we have a multi-million-dollar commitment to the Institute of Sustainability at the Rochester Institute of Technology, and the governor is maintaining that commitment. And a $50 million commitment to our area's largest employer, the University of Rochester, for the Center for Translational Science. $50 million. Now that's a big number when you're looking for pennies. That is a big number. But the governor has stood firm by that commitment. And that's because he understands the pain we feel here in our community. You know, before he was governor, he was a state representative. Came from a community in New York City, a community known as Harlem in New York City. So I know he knows what it's like to be a part of a place that has so much wealth, but not everyone shares. And growing up as a young man living with a disability, and as a young black man, I know that he knows what it's like to fight and overcome obstacles. And that's who I think we need to lead our state right now. Someone who's going to fight to overcome obstacles, someone who's going to fight to make sure everyone shares in the wealth, and someone who is more concerned about doing the right thing than the popular thing. And many of you in this room have worked too hard for me on campaigns. You know I'm guilty of that sometimes myself, to do the right thing rather than the popular thing. But that is what we need. And that's why I'm supporting Governor Paterson, and that's why I know all of you are supporting Governor Paterson. And we're going to make sure that we have the governor